Hey guys, and welcome to this new episode of Simple Crypto. Today we are speaking about the Bitcoin halving. And yes, you heard correct. It's exactly 1 month today that the Bitcoin halving occurred. And for this reason, I want to speak about it because I have seen many people are having a misconception about the implications of the halving on the market. And many friends, acquaintances, and people in my network have been asking me, Alex, why is Bitcoin not going up, even though the halving has happened recently? What is wrong? Is the whole story about Bitcoin a scam, or what is it that makes it not double in price, even though the supply was cut into half? And let's see about this. First of all, the most terrible or wrongest question of all is it like a stock split? And pretty much the opposite is true, because every Bitcoin in circulation is still in circulation. Nothing of the Bitcoins are not doubled like in a stock split, where you suddenly have, for instance, two stocks where you had one stock before. In Bitcoin's case, this is absolutely impossible. So every Bitcoin that is in circulation still will remain in circulation forever, except it's on some wallet where nobody has the keys to this wallet and the Bitcoin just stays there forever. But if it's not locked away in an incident like that, every Bitcoin in circulation will always stay one Bitcoin in circulation. The opposite of a stock split, you could say. So it's rather, and a good comparison would be gold in an hypothetical world where the gold miners suddenly decide that they want to mine only half of the gold tomorrow. That means that every gold that is manufactured into jewelry already, or that is included in some specific electronics that is lying around in the gold treasures of the central banks, all this gold is remaining where it was before. The only thing is that the new gold supply was cut in half. And this is exactly what happened to Bitcoin 1 month ago today. So the new supply, as you see here on the classic macroeconomics model of supply and demand, the Q was shifted to the left. In our case, actually, it went half the way to the left, so it was exponentially getting less, or it got exponentially less exactly at the moment where the halving happened. And that should result in the price increasing in case the demand is the same. Who would say the demand for Bitcoin has risen or fallen during the time of the halving? Probably it is very, very similar as it was a month ago, and it's also pretty similar as it was 2 months ago. So why is the price not going up, even though this halving has happened? And I have another graphic for you here. The miners, as you see here, the miners are earning exactly this amount less Bitcoin. They are earning half of the Bitcoin that they earned just the 4 years before that. So it's only 450 Bitcoin a day that miners currently earn. Thinking of the past, it was 900 a day the years before, which means 6.5 Bitcoins every block, since Bitcoin is producing one block around all 10 minutes. Roughly every 10th minute a block is found on average, and this results in 900 at the rate of 6.5 per block, and 450 if it's only half of that, 3.25 Bitcoin as we see right now. And still the Bitcoin price has stagnated. It stayed at around the same level since then. There is much fear on the market. Was this the top, or or is Bitcoin even going down? Will it fall further from here? I think it's very hard to predict that with certainty. Obviously, it can go down, it can go up. But one very important thing to understand here is that the Bitcoin market, same as all the other markets, is not dependent on any of these events. And when I say that, I'm speaking of the market efficiency. I'm giving you a more academic answer here. I'm speaking about the efficient market hypothesis, which is a theory from financial economics that says that all the information that is publicly available is already captured, reflected in the price of the asset. And speaking about the halving, that's what many get wrong when they think that the price will rise once the halving occurs. Thinking of the halving, it's actually nothing, almost nothing in the world is as certain as the Bitcoin halving. So this information that it will occur in Q2 of this year was already known when Satoshi mined the Genesis block of Bitcoin. Nothing has changed. Nothing in the Bitcoin code was changed. So we already know that the next halving is happening in 4 years, and we knew back then that this halving will happen on the 20th of April, or not exactly that day, but it will happen more or less in a time zone around this day. So that was no surprise. And speaking of the efficient market hypothesis, many events in crypto, like the ETF, are similar. The ETF did not result in the pump that some were predicting. And I was always saying that there won't be a huge pump. It's really just some FOMO maybe that creates a small pump that can make it rise and fall. But in reality, these events are non-events because the market has known that it will happen. In the case of the ETF, it wasn't 100% sure. So the market didn't know exactly when the ETF will be approved. However, shortly before the ETF was actually approved, the weeks and months before that, most analysts said that the ETF will eventually be approved. If not this month, then next month. If not this quarter, then next quarter. And yeah, you get what I mean, right? So the certainty of the ETF getting approved got very close to 100% as well. And at this point, we knew it will happen. So the ETF also became more or less a non-event. There was a little surprise still, these remaining 5 to 10% of chance that it will be postponed or not be not confirmed ever. But in reality, most participants of the market knew that it will, with a very, very high possibility, it will happen soon. And thus, the price of the asset was already pretty much at the level where it should have been. In the case of the halving, it was exactly where it should have been. There are only a few exceptions nowadays, and particularly in this nowadays world of information, free information, everybody has all the information globally available. The efficient market hypothesis is more correct than ever, because every player has all the information. The the only small chance of not having all the information are black swans. It's like when you think back, the Corona crisis resulted in a huge dump. And it was not a huge dump because the market, no, it was, sorry, it was a huge dump because the market reacted emotionally and very fast on something that has not been public before. Nobody knew that this will happen. So the market reacted very fast and very emotional. In this cycle of Bitcoin, we didn't have this black swan event near the halving. So we are actually, and I think this is important to say, we're actually higher than we were last time in this part of the cycle. So from here, we could say that, yeah, it goes up only, right? I mean, we all hope that, but just saying, it took a while last time to recover from this Corona crash, and or this crash actually, the recovery, but it took a while until it took really off. So the halving was here somewhere, and it took a while until we took the all-time highs out. It took us very long, actually. In return, this time, we're already above it. We have been above the all-time high. We're now slightly below it. So nothing to be really scared about here. But yeah, another black swan that I prepared for you was the FTX crash. Also in the FTX crash, we could say that this dump here was more or less like this dump, only that it occurred a bit earlier in the cycle. It occurred not on the upwards movement, but it occurred already during the bear market or in the very end of the bear market. Thinking back of that, all indicators or most of the indicators were super, super bullish at this point. So Bitcoin was massively oversold, and everybody knew that the bottom is near. And suddenly, yeah, FTX or CZ Binance posted this tweet and dumped the whole market, went a level lower just to recover a few months later than that. So yeah, this being said, my small lesson about market efficiency and why the halving has been priced in before. And one thing important to say here is that the next halving is already in process of being priced in. Obviously, speculators or investors, they are looking for a good time to move into Bitcoin. They're not buying at peaks when it just pumped a lot. They're rather buying after a small correction, not after a big one because everybody is in fear, but most are waiting for small corrections. And then when it goes up, they also buy when the FOMO kicks in. But also the next halving, again, it will be priced in at that point when it occurs. I hope very much that this video was helpful for you today. I tried a new streaming service here. So if you liked that video that I did, please help me out. Leave your like below to support my channel, to make me happy and let me produce some more videos. This time I will try to get my setup ready and make it as efficient and easy to create new videos so that I can come back to you more often. Yeah, this is the new software I'm using, and I saw that my biggest problem in going live or showing YouTube videos regularly was that the production was just taking me too long, which is why I'm not really cutting this material any longer, and I'm not caring too much about intro and things like that. I'm just shooting them out now and showing my opinion on the market. I hope that is helpful, and until next time, I wish you all who watched that a wonderful day, rest of the day or evening, whatever or whenever you are watching this video. Until next time, bye-bye.